Hello and welcome to another Rose Red Tarot video. I'm your host, Rose Red. I'm going to crack open my Rider Tarot deck Pocket Edition. We'll be pulling 1 to 2 cards for every astrology sign for advice for the month of April 2026. I'm going to start with the fire signs. Here we go. Aries. Any advice for Aries for April? Aries, you have Page of Swords and High Priestess. Your advice for April is whatever makes you most anxious, most excited, most worried, keep it to yourself. I'm not sure why, but keep it to yourself at this time. It will benefit you to not have shared this yet in April. That's all I'm getting for you. Leo, the second fire sign. Advice for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising for April 2026. Oh, I'm feeling like it's right here. It's under my hand. Oh. Leo, you have 8 of Cups, 7 of Swords. Just cut out of this situation, and like beat a quick retreat. So it doesn't feel good to leave. It's not like you're happy to leave, but the advice for April is to cut your losses and kind of recede into the night. I can't stop saying like phrases. That's it. Cut your losses and recede into the night. Because of all these phrases, I'm thinking maybe you either are involved in theater or acting or performance, or that something about the way things are unfolding for you in April feels like a movie or feels like a script. And so maybe that perspective for some reason will help you make light of having to leave, to remove the personal effect and see it more as a character. Don't know why that's relevant, but the final fire sign, Sagittarius. Advice for Sagittarius in April 2026. Oh, I'm feeling a very smooth flow here with the cards for Sagittarius. Smooth flow. Under my hand, Sagittarius. 8 of discs, 8 of wands. I think you've really gotten into the groove here with this work, whether it's your job or some other repetitive routine that you've built up, a regimen. I think you're really in the groove now in April. You have built up your skill level, you've built up your discipline, you're just going, and things are getting a lot easier. Your output is a lot more effective. People are taking notice and you're feeling good about your work. I think in April you'll have good energy levels as well. Physical energy is going to be high. There we go. We are now on the Earth signs for April. So far, so good. So the first Earth sign is Taurus. Advice for Taurus for April 2026. I got the message one step forward, two steps back. Let's see if the cards reinforce that. Oh. Yeah. You have Death and Two of Cups. End of a partnership. I'm seeing this as something along the lines of, with this person you got some account, or you got some success. The two of you made it together, and now you're having a falling out, or they have literally passed away, and so it feels like you made this huge step forward, but because they're not a part of it anymore, they're not there anymore, that you feel like you didn't win. It takes the loss of them, makes the success feel like a loss. This is an emotional month, April. Can I get some advice for Taurus on managing this loss? I think green's my new color, guys. Oh, this one's peeking out. Interesting. The advice is to move on. However, as soon as I saw this, I don't sense this is moving on emotionally. I sense this is getting to new horizons physically. So in April, you might want to seriously consider moving out of the place you had with that person, moving out of the city where this all went down, getting new furniture. Something about the environment you shared together is making the loss a lot hard, like a lot more debilitating. Thank you, Taurus. Next Earth sign, Virgo. Virgo, this frickin' flew out. There's your first card. Second card for Virgo for April 2026. Okay, you're the first sign so far that your cards are falling out. Virgo. Sorry, that Taurus reading was heavy, man. All right, so the three others that came out for Virgo with the Five of Discs is Three of Wands, Page of Cups, Fool. Okay. More miserable together. For me, the Five of Discs comes up. It depends on like your intuitive message with the card, obviously. But in the message that I'm getting with this is about an intimate relationship, and it's miserable together, like worse off together. Yeah. Some marriage, partnership, relationship is not going well. You're not having fun anymore. And you're looking to the future. How can I continue with this person when we're this unhappy together? And you're thinking about a child who's involved potentially. Somehow about a child's future being affected. And despite, you know, it's like an optimism that it's going to be okay even if you were to separate, because being prepared in April, reaching the point where you feel prepared to take that leap to go off on your own. Either that, or you're thinking, let's wait till the child is slightly older. And that would make sense too, because Three of Wands is like a more distant future, more a vision for a more positive distant future. Knowing where you're headed and not focusing on it being so crappy right now. So I feel a strong sense of optimism in April that you're not going to feel like you have to stay together for the kids or whatever. You're going to feel this hope that no matter what, even if we're not married or not living together, like the family's going to be good, the child's going to have a bright future. I also see maybe Virgo maybe going off on your own in April, from possibly the first time in a long time, just to clear your head and kind of accept all of this, all these decisions that you have made about your marriage or about your partner, your main partnership. You know, Virgo's not the type to divorce. Like, it would take a lot. But it doesn't mean it can't happen, or that it's not going to happen. Moving on to the third and final earth sign, that is Capricorn. Capricorn. I'm too silly for you, Capricorn. You're eccentric, but you're not silly. April 2026, any guidance for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising. That includes my mom and my ex-boyfriend, and John Waters. I've been listening to a lot of John Waters interviews, not because I like his films or anything, but I just find his view on life and work and being an artist for a living, it's just really encouraging to listen to. And I'm allowed to talk about him while shuffling because he's the Capricorn moon. It's under my hand. Whoa. Whoa. For what purpose? Yeah, it makes more sense. Okay, because I saw these two for Capricorn. I'm like, huh? Okay, it makes more sense. Capricorn. You have two, Queen of Cups, Two of Swords, Queen of Discs. So yeah, blocking. Capricorn's not emotionally expressive. So April's going to kind of bring out more emotion in you than typical. And you're going to have it. It's not about under wraps, is it? No, it's about that for a minute there, it might have the potential to stop you in your tracks. Something, you're just not used to being that overwhelmed by emotion in a lump, I'm hearing. Like, you know, for a whole week or for, you know, that's not typical for you. So in April, it's going to feel weird that you're this, I'm hearing sentimental, I'm hearing tearful, I'm hearing easily upset, like easily crying. And you're going to kind of get a, not that you should get a grip, but you're going to get a grip by the end of last half of April, because you'll get back to taking care of business in order to balance out emotionally. And as you take care of these tangible life things and create more of idea of stability for yourself, or not the idea, but you're going to feel more stable because you take care of these things, you're going to get a handle on the emotional side. But yeah, in the beginning there, it's just an emotional month. I feel the earth signs actually in general have an emotional month. Or when does Venus move into Taurus? And Mars moves into Aries April 9th. That's when you're going to level out. When Venus moves into Taurus, you'll feel better. All the earth signs will feel better. Less emotional, more kind of doing what you tangibly have to do to feel better. Thank you so much. Oh, shiza. I forgot to put. Moving on to the air signs. Finally. First air sign is Gemini. It's been overcast for so long. I just booked a flight to Nova Scotia for the first time since 2007. This is for Gemini. I'm a Gemini rising, so I can talk about my plans while I'm shuffling for Gemini. What a strange combination for Gemini. 6 of Discs, 8 of Cups. Can I have a clarifier for this 8 of Cups? This is my first clarifier in this video. The Geminians. Okay, it fell out. That's great. Love it. So we have 4 of Discs is the clarifier for 6 of Discs, 8 of Cups. This is so superficial. having to quit or stop spending and having to save. Similarly, feeling like you need to move on from receiving and wanting to more so work with what you have and not be in the transaction anymore. This is like someone feeling bad about being helped and deliberately leaving a situation so that they're not on that person's payroll anymore, for lack of a better word. The disparity or discrepancy between these two states is kind of a mindfuck right now. Gemini is giving me a headache. Maybe you have a headache. Why would someone feel so bad about this? Like, some part of this that I can see is if someone's receiving government money that they feel they don't deserve anymore or something, and choosing to walk away from that type of relationship, that type of dynamic. Because Eight of Cups is like when you don't want something to be over, you don't want something to change, but you know it has to be done, so you walk away. It's like ending a relationship with someone you're in love with because they're ruining your life or something. Like, you're breaking your own heart to do that, but it has to be done. So to have it next to giving or receiving, it's like deciding you have to stop giving or deciding that you have to stop receiving. You can't be in this anymore, this relationship. And the clarifier is holding on to what you have, not giving anymore, not paying for it anymore. Gemini, you have the most intriguing reading so far. It feels like they already gave you advice, so I don't want to pull an advice card. I think in April, you're just going to walk away from something that you've been engaged in that has been an unequal exchange. And you're just going to decide it's better if you just fend for yourself, or if it's better if they fend for themselves. It appears to have to do with finances or with resources. I'm going to stop talking now. Okay. It's a pivotal day for me, because I haven't wanted to film in like almost 3 weeks. It might have been 3 weeks. I just completely had no will to be on camera or to talk. All right, Libra. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising. Advice for April 2026 for the Libras watching. That song mean anything to any Libra? Ding dang dong, ding dang dong. Ooh. It's struggling to be free of control. Who's controlling your environment right now? There's also the element, I'm getting really cold. Virginal. Ow, virginal radio. Okay. What are these metaphors? I'm hurting myself when I try to get cozy. And virginal. All right, there's also the element of the child with the father figure and kind of sticking up for yourself. So I think for some Libras watching, this literally is between you and your father and them wanting you to, them paying for something so they feel like they can control whether you do it or not, or where you live, and you don't want to be tied down and you don't want to be bogged down. And in April, you're going to stick up for yourself. You're going to speak up. You're going to defend yourself, defend your freedom. There's an element of misbehaving, of being bratty, of just rebelling. So I don't know if I have a lot of youthful Libras watching, but I do get a strong vibe. This is about an older authority figure and a younger Libra. But yeah, yours is very straightforward. You're going to stick up for yourself. You're going to say no. And I think it's just going to be fun. It's not that serious. It's not that serious, you know? You're a Libra. Sometimes the message is pretty singular. Final air sign reading for April 2026 for Aquarius. Literally have Aquarius's symbol here. Whoa. So I was laughing at this. For Aquarius, we have Temperance pouring the water. We have Five of Swords, and we have Devil. I wanted to pull a third card because of the Five of Swords being vaguely negative. You know, it doesn't say specifically my jaw's hurting. Healing. In April for Aquarius, we have healing. I'm getting the phrase healing spiritually. Against the negative forces. So kind of remaining in a safe, sacred bubble, I'm hearing. You Aquarians. Sacred bubble against the drama beyond. I am getting the sense some of the drama's in the family, and some of it is clearly referencing politics and issues with war. But in April, you're just going to be practicing Zen, practicing sanctuary, practicing protecting the vibe, protecting the peace from all this crap. And you already knew for a long time that how to disengage from your family's crap. But I guess maybe there'll be a bit of uproar in April around you and around the world that otherwise may have gotten to you more deeply, but you're building this sacred bubble of safe spirituality, safe spiritual connection that protects your energy in April. So thank you, Aquarius. Aquarius. Hi, water signs. I'm gonna have a bath tonight. Speaking of water, and nobody can stop me. Cancer for April 2026. Guidance for Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Or April. I got really cold during Libra's reading. That's how long I've been wearing this shawl. For Cancer, very nice. I might just stop here for the time being. 2 good cards is enough, right? We have 2 of Wands, Knight of Cups, 2 of Wands. Being emotionally inspired to plan out, I don't know why it's emotional, but let's talk about it. So to plan out your future dream life, where it is, type of environment, the type of property, even the type of clothes you wear. Is it rural? Is it in nature? Do you want a bigger property? A lot of, I see. I think it's emotional because it's more aesthetic and more spiritual. It's not earthy. It's not material. It's more how you want to feel in your future and what type of environment would be conducive to feeling like that. I think maybe you're feeling like you want to be, like you're realizing how much your environment affects your happiness. That you can be making great money and have great friendships, but if you come home and you think your neighborhood sucks or your apartment's not doing it for you anymore, that means more to you now. It's affecting you more now than it used to. So being emotionally inspired to plan a future that's more based on things like beauty, natural beauty. These types of topics are going to come up in April. Of you thinking of maybe relocating to a more beautiful environment later on in the year. Yeah, nice reading, Cancer. It's probably the nicest reading of everyone so far. How lucky for you. Next water sign is Scorpio. Scorpio for April 2026. Any guidance for Scorpio? Oh my God, that's way too many cards. Can you please just 2 to 3 cards, please? It's so many signs, guys, to do these readings. Oh, we have a repeat, the first repeat card. Same as Gemini. 8 of Cups, Hierophant. I have to say about this. Walking away from commitment, from expectations of you that you might have previously fulfilled. Kind of giving up on trying to be civil or trying to be the bigger person. The feeling of some type of grief or sorrow that comes with realizing like you could have just done anything that whole time and it would have been the same result. That all of your diplomacy, all of your maturity and patience didn't really make anything better for you, and how bad that feels. That you could have just exploded, or you could have just cried, or you could have just been absent and the same thing would have happened maybe. So feeling like you did way too much effort and overspent your kindness and it didn't pay off. So in April, Scorpio, you will leave behind this kind of people-pleasing behavior or just thoughtfulness and proper, doing the right thing, the proper thing. You're gonna just, it's not gonna be a huge explosion or something. You're just not gonna do it anymore. You're not gonna be checking in or reporting to or apologizing or being excessively understanding starting next month. And our final sign in this video is Pisces, and it's about to rain. Perfect. Advice for Pisces. There we go. For April. Star and Seven of Cups. I'm losing my light. Second one to make me emotional here. Gemini and Pisces. The dream. For April, for you, I just see this immersion in the dream, immersion in the, whether it be creative output or be spirituality or be feeling a communion with something unseen is what I'm hearing. Communion. Behavior and mind being swept up in this type of dreamy vibe. I know that's Pisces MO, like a lot of the time in textbooks, but this just feels like great inspiration, great, tons of ideas, tons of art, tons of expression, singing, fashion, beautiful environments, nature, poetry. April just, it sounds so cool, and you're so lucky. So just lap it up, create, write it down, Of course, not a good time for like being anchored to reality. But I think with the season change and everything melting, if you are in that type of climate, you're just gonna have a beautiful time. Whoa. All right, well now I'm fully, it's nice to end on that vibe. It's inspiring. I hope you enjoyed that. I'm gonna photograph this beautiful thing. My moss agate. My name is Rose. Thanks for joining me. See you in the next one. Bye bye for now.